I'm all about it, man. Let's play all these games at noon. Let's get to go. Let's go. It's going to be a good night for a lot of fans tonight. So, good effort, a lot to look at. It's just all about, like I told the guys, it's all about going back now and studying how we played individually, then how we operated in terms of learning experiences and different things that come up for situational football, and apply them to the rest of the team. So that's where we'll be at tomorrow. And I'm proud of the guys. Tavius made the big play on the 2-point play, which is great to see, and then D. Wade making the catch, and just a great throw, and all of it's been really, really good in terms of those plays right there.
So, yeah, like Bill wanted the team to say, how big is it for these young guys? You know, they know they're fighting for jobs, that they come down to that last play, and for them to be successful in that situation.
Yeah, it is. It's big. I mean, you know, obviously when you're successful with something, it gives you confidence. The next step is to be successful throughout the game and look at it play by play and see where you're successful and where you need to work. But it's very meaningful for the guys. I mean, those guys are the guys. This is their future. It's their opportunity, and they want to make the most of it.
Coach, Josh Johnson, 11 for 11, had a good game managing offense. You guys talked all week about how you have trust in him. How do you think he played today?
Yeah, I thought he played really well. I mean, Josh did a great job, got us on a few plays here and there. Had a chance to move the team down the field twice really well. Had the unfortunate snap, and be the kindest word I could use to say, to give it, but that stopped the one drive, so the first one. So, yeah, I thought Josh played well.
John, I know last week we'd asked you about David Ajabo, wasn't clear. Today, what was your impression of him?
Seemed like he was out there and was a factor. You know, looked like he was really stout against the run. Thought he set some edges really well. Had his eyes back inside, falling back when the ball tried to get in the C gap a few times. And then pass rush was a factor out there. Had some pressures. He looked good.
How encouraging is that when, you know, we've seen him in practice, obviously, what he's doing there, but when you get him in game situations?
That's a great point. I mean, Brian, that's exactly right. It's great in practice, and you're excited about it, especially in pads. But in the game is when it's football, you know. So to see guys step up in games is really important. That's why the games do have a lot of value.
Along those lines, for these Isaac, though, it's been a long time coming for him to get ripped up into a game situation. What do you think about his play today?
Yeah, the same. I mean, he was a factor. You know, rushing the passer and run game. He's a big guy. You know, he's explosive. He's not as far along as David is as far as the conditioning part of it, because he had the hamstring, and so he's going to be sore tomorrow. I'm quite sure. Hopefully, we can get him back in time for next week, just because, you know, that's tough to get out there and work that kind of playing a real game with that kind of explosiveness, that kind of speed, and all that. It's hot out there without as much conditioning. So I do worry about that a little bit with him, but I'm happy about the way he plays. Sure looked good. He's kind of got his start there.
John, you know, it was really late in the game. Was there any update on him? Because we saw him go to.
Yeah, he's just kind of cramping up and stuff. So we'll just have to see how he feels tomorrow.
How did Emery kind of respond after last week, and then he gets way more today? Obviously, it worked out that way in a big touchdown pass.
It was great. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. One of the main things about Emery is he's an even-keeled, level-headed guy. You know, very smart, very just mindful of keeping his cool. You know, I thought after the game when I talked to him, he did that. Even after that play, which was crazy. And then all week in practice, and then go out and playing well today.
John, I know you haven't seen the film, but anything you can say about the offensive line, what you saw as far as the performances?
Yeah, I mean, really, you got to go back and watch the tape of those guys. There were some good plays and some bad plays, and until you see the tape, you really don't know.
John, holistically, you know, with the preseason games we've seen so far with camp, how are you feeling about this group of backup quarterbacks and going into the season with, you know, looks like?
I'm confident in those guys. I'm confident in all of our players. That's why they're here.
What can you say about Tavius Robinson's play at the end and just his play throughout the game?
Yeah, Tavius is, you know, he's the kind of guy that you look for. He's the kind of mindset, the kind of style of play, certainly that we look for. So if you want to talk about playing like a Raven, if that's a term that you want to use, just tag it right next to his name. You know, he's that kind of guy.
I know Chris Horton was excited to see Deontay Harbaugh out there. What were some of your initial impressions of what he did for the special teams at Mars?
Yeah, you can kind of see that where he's gonna have a good feel for what he's doing. I mean, it's tough on the kickoff returns because he caught two going back toward the end zone. In a real game, we're gonna let those fly into the end zone, I'm sure, most of the time, unless we're set up for a deep kick return, which we weren't on those plays. So, but you know, the punt returns, he looked good. He's natural, quick. He's got great vision. So it was good to see him out there and get some reps.
On the kickoff where Justin was penalized, was he just going for something and the execution didn't turn out, or what happened on that play?
Yeah, he was trying to drive the ball down there and line it down there, and he's kind of just, you know, capped it a little much more than he should have. So, I mean, it's all part of trying to figure this thing out, I think. It's all new.
John, we saw Devontae Walker dress, but maybe not play a whole lot. Is he still coming back or something?
Yeah, he's got a little injury, a little rib injury he's dealing with, so that's where he's at.
All right.
All right, good, thanks.
Thanks, Joe.